Okay, futurologists believe that in 30 to 50 years, humans will create or become creatures of superhuman intellect. They call this event the technological singularity. You're probably thinking you've heard of singularities before, maybe fire or the printing press. But you could explain the printing press before Gutenberg, and you could explain its consequences even if they might not have been understood. You could not, however, explain a printing press to a goldfish. Unlike other technological milestones, the post-singularity world would be as unintelligible to us as our present civilization is to a goldfish. It would be as dramatic a change as the rise of humankind within the animal kingdom. The singularity could occur at any time. When a human-like artificial intelligence is created, it, unlike the human brain, will be a recursively self-improving system. That means a system that can automatically implement improvements. This will lead to what we refer to as an intelligence explosion. We're not talking about IQ here. We're talking about the basic human superpower, the human trump card, what sets us apart from the rest of the animal kingdom. Now, imagine for a moment a machine that is 1,000,000 times as smart as a human mind. It would do a year of thinking in 31 seconds, or a century of thought in 53 minutes. The human era, as we know it, would come to an end. Now, what frightens experts the most is not the sheer unbelievability of the intelligence of these machines. It's really the idea that they simply may just not like us. So luckily, some very smart people have been thinking about this particular problem for a long time. In 1942, Isaac Asimov wrote a short story called The Runaround, in which he posited 3 laws to create a framework that would govern the basic behavior of robots. Some of you may have heard of them. The first law is don't harm humans. Seems pretty simple. But if that means that by not harming humans, they're going to put us into padded rooms for our own benefit, that's probably not very good. So the second law is going to help to prevent that outcome. It's obey humans. And you can't read it here, but the idea is obey humans unless that conflicts with law number 1. Also makes sense. So if you're going to create a sentient being, you also have to give it a mode for self-preservation. So the third law comes into play here. It's protect the self. So that means, again, the robots would have an inherent desire to protect their own interests, unless, of course, that conflicted with law number 1 or law number 2. Unfortunately, the 3 laws are inherently unsafe because they ignore the complexity of building an ethical framework for minds that exist outside of the human mind space. So how do we prevent the robo-apocalypse? Well, we have to understand 3 basic elements about AI evolution. First, no 2 AIs are alike. Asking what AIs would do is a trick question because AIs don't belong to a single class. Unlike humans who belong to a natural class because of our brain architecture, does not exist for AIs. Imagine a map of the mind design space. In one corner, you'll see a circle that represents all human minds. The rest of the space is the AI mind space. It encompasses an unthinkable number of possible minds. 3, AI will expand exponentially. Because software programs can be copied as long as hardware is available for them to run, the creation of one super intelligent machine would literally spawn the creation of billions. The rapid succession of the increasingly intelligent machines designing their successors could be initiated with just one machine. So where does that leave us? Well, we must create a friendly AI, which is knowably nice, good, and helpful. It means reaching into the mind design space very precisely. We must create machines that carry on thinking of human beings as important. In humans, it's difficult to define what is morally good and what is morally wrong. Now imagine creating a moral ethical framework for all possible minds in all possible universes. As you can imagine, this is very difficult. So how can we be sure that we select the right AI, the friendly AI? Well, that requires an enormous amount of math. How much? Well, the honest truth, unfortunately, is at the end of the day, it's possible that only the robots will know. Thank you.